phones. Tom, you are next. Thank you for your call. What do you got for us?
I'm amazed at what I'm hearing on the radio. Machines aren't working. I heard about this from up north. I heard about this from Minnesota. You people got to get over it. Walker is won. He won because 80% of the people outside of Madison, Milwaukee, and Janesville voted for him. You got to get over George Bush for sure. He's not going to run again. You can't just keep going out about this. You lost because people are sick and tired of the talk about war on women, the war on the elderly, the war on big pharma, war against middle-class workers. You got to get over it. It's just out of hand now. Everybody sees through it.
Tom,
you're fooling nobody.
Tom, may I suspect you may have voted for Scott Walker?
Well, sure I did.
Okay.
Sure, he was the best for Wisconsin. I look at the big picture. I don't look what's best for me. I look what's best for Wisconsin. My taxes have gone down 3 years in a row. They may not have gone down much, but they didn't go up. They've gone down 3 years in a row.
Well, you're the lucky one, Tom. My taxes went up, buddy.
Well, you're in Madison. You got to start voting for people that are going to drop your taxes.
Hey, Tom, I got
voting for this and voting for that.
I got to ask you before we get to the integrity of the voting system itself. You talk about the taxes going down 3 years in a row, but you realize we have much more state debt than we did prior to Governor Walker coming in. He is no fiscal conservative, so if you're for the big picture, sir, how could you accept lower taxes with increased borrowing?
I don't know where you're getting that information from. The taxes, we have a less debt than we did when Jim Doyle left office. That's a fact.
No, sir, that's not a fact.
It may have gone up, but it's a fact.
Tom, we continue to bond when we borrow money, and I'm not fighting you because you voted for Walker, but we do have more debt, sir. We have a higher debt load, and we have a higher debt service number than this state has ever sustained. That is absolute fact. That is from the Legislative Fiscal Bureau. I mean, that's part of the state budget, sir. We're not making that up. You can verify that information yourself. I would say probably Kathleen Weinhaus and Dale Coinga, who's a Republican, have both verified that fact for us, sir. We aren't making that one up.
Well, I keep track of everything.
Scribble that one down to Google, Tom. Hey, last question.
Wherever you get this from, you can find figures to go in anybody's favor, any place.
No, sir, the numbers should not lie. I mean, perhaps. I understand your point, sir, about this being sour grapes. I certainly do. I'm talking about the re-election of Scott Walker. I know there are some that don't want to believe and that will point towards voting machines, whatever. And my friend heard a story, and I get why you can discount any of that evidence, Tom. But some of the evidence that you're discounting, sir, is the financial facts of the state of Wisconsin. Now, you may still have voted because your taxes went down, but overall, sir, we continue as a state to borrow more than we ever have. And when we talk about the debt service number, that's bigger than it ever has been before either, sir. I'm not making that part up, Tom. You can look that part up.
Well, like you said, this can be bigger. That can be better, smaller. The debt service number, you can find other figures in there that they have gone down, and the debt isn't as bad as what it was. You're going to find that any place. Anybody can make these figures do whatever they want. And right now, it's in favor of the Democrats to find these numbers to show that we have a bigger debt, and it's just not true.
You're right, Tom. It's just not true. I appreciate you listening, Tom, and you're certainly entitled to your opinion.